beautiful bookish friends, I'm Bowen and welcome to my January vlog. I really do have to check in with y'all. I need something that's going to bring me joy and I need it now because I've just finished my third one-star book in a row. We started this year off on such a great high. We've got some 4s and we've got some 5s up in there. I was doing really well and then I've just read 3 one-star books back to back and I'm losing hope. We are midway through January and I am losing hope already, which is just not good. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do a video where I'm just going to keep reading until I get a 4 or a 5 star. Normally these videos are like until I get a 5 star, but we know that even while I'm trying to do better at giving 5 stars, I'm still really stingy with it. But 4-star read is still a good read. It's still enjoyable. I'm still going to have a good time. So we're going to keep reading until I get a 4 or 5 star. Hopefully that means this will be a 1 book video because after the last 3 1-star reads, I'm close to sacking it all in, to be honest. I don't think I can do another 1 star. I'm just going to tear my hair out of its scalp, which is probably why my hair looks so greasy right now. I don't actually know what the first book I'm going to pick up is. I will check back in with y'all in a little bit and let you know, but I think I just need to eat something or do some yoga or stretches or something. I'm fucking losing the will to live. Help. You can probably see the fact that I'm completely coated in cat hair because I decided to pick up one of the fur monsters and she molts like buggery. So I get through lint roll like it's going out of fashion. But the first book that I decided to pick up is Scott Under the Covers, and it's alright. It's not a 1 star, which is great. I'm about 100 pages into it so far. This one follows Miranda and Aidan, for the terms of his father's will, has to marry an English woman before his youngest sibling does. So before his younger sister gets married, him and all of his brothers all have to be married to English women. Otherwise, the estate is just null and void. They don't have it anymore, basically. And then we have Miranda, who is Aidan's younger sister's fiance's sister. So, like, his future sister-in-law. So they meet like that, but she has obviously heard stories about Aidan before they meet. And she's heard that he is a gambler. Now, she fucking hates gamblers. Just on sheer fucking principle, not a chance. So she doesn't like him just based on the fact that she knows he likes to gamble. And since she's just found out that her brother lost a monumental wager of 50 grand that he doesn't have, so the alternative to the 50 grand is the person that he lost the bet to now has to marry Miranda, like his sister. So the alternative to the 50 grand is he just was there like, yeah, sure, marry my sister. And she's like, excuse the fuck out of me, what? Obviously, it's a historical romance. I am deeply paraphrasing, but, like, fair play to her, because, excuse the fuck out of me, but what the fuck? So she goes up to Aidan and is like, you're a gambler. With your discretion, how the fuck do I get out of this? So he is going to help her out, even though she was a little bit of a dick to him when they first met, but fair enough. This is giving very strong, stop being so mean to me or I swear to God I'm going to fall in love with you, because, like, the second she insults him, he's just full heart eyes for her. It's dumb, but I like it. Because she is smart and he is sick to death of having conversations with simpering women that faint all the time about the weather. Like, he's sick of having conversations about the weather. That was brought up a lot of times. I do feel like I do need some subtitles for all the parts that are like where the Scottish Highlanders speak. Because while I can understand a Scottish person when they talk, when it's written down, it is kind of almost like reading a completely different language to me, and I'm just inferring from context as what they're saying. Like, the word Sassenach, I'm fairly certain means something to do with Londoner, British person. I don't fucking know. Honestly, I could look it up, but I'm a lazy fuck and I can't be arsed. So, I'm just inferring from context what some of these words mean. But I'm doing better than the last 3 books that I've read. So, I don't know if this is going to be a 4-star. Again, I'm like on page 96. And these chapters are also hella fucking long, because I'm on chapter 6 and I'm like 100 pages in. Which just, it feels like a lot. okay? But I'm going to come back to you when I've finished this, and I'll let you know how I get on. So I'll get to the reading update in just a minute. I just want it noted that, like, I don't have work today. I put on a full face of makeup, and I actually put on human clothes. This is a rarity. I was feeling like a blob, so I had a shower, blow dried my hair, put a full face of makeup on, and got dressed. Don't get me wrong, I also have to go on like a little errand. I have to post 2 of the books that I sold from my unhaul. I could drive and do that, and it'd take like a 15-minute round trip, and I don't need to do like all this. But also, I'm going a little stir crazy, and I think I need to touch grass. So I'm going to go on a walk instead. I feel like this is going to be a good thing for my mental health. But before I go, I'm going to give you like a little update. So I finished Scott Under the Covers, and I gave this like a 3.5. It's good, but it's like objectively good. You know, the plot was interesting, the romance was good, I bought it. It's not bad. It didn't give what I wanted it to give. I want a book that's gonna have me kicking my little feet and I want a giddy fun time. So I figured I'd pick up maybe a Tessa Bailey, because maybe that'll work. Nope. I am about halfway through this now. I'm on page 157-ish, so I've got like 100 pages left of this. And I'm finding that Tessa Bailey used to be an auto-buy author for me, and a lot of the books that I'm picking up from her lately, not necessarily the books she's released lately, because this is from 2015, but like the books that I'm picking up from her, if you get what I mean. It's just not doing it for me the way it used to. This one is probably gonna be like a 2-star. It's not bad. Her writing is notoriously just easy and readable, but it just is falling flat, which is really, really sad for me. I recommend Tessa Bailey to people, but I am not loving it at the minute. I am gonna finish this. I've got like 100 pages left, so I can fly through this one, but it's just not giving what I want. It's stressing me out a little bit. So I've got quite a few books that are 5-star predictions, ones that I think I'm really gonna love. But also, I don't want to pick up a 5-star prediction while I am desperately trying not to slump, because I don't want the slump to affect my enjoyment of the book. I want a book that I know literally nothing about, that I have 0 expectations for, that's gonna surprise me, instead of like having one where I have some expectations of it. So I'm trying to find like a hidden gem on my bookshelves. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the audiobook for We Are All Birds of Uganda, because I know literally 0 things about this. I've no idea. I think it's dual timeline. Yeah, 1960s Uganda, present day London. That's about all I know about this. So I'm gonna listen to the audiobook for this on my walk, and I'll let you know what I think. So I got back from my walk, put my dressing gown on because it's fucking freezing, and I managed to listen to 95 pages of this while I was on my walk. So this is like a multi-generational story. It follows present timeline following Samir and a past timeline following Hassan. Fairly certain from the same family, not 100% sure, but there's been a lot of things that make me think that, yeah, it is from the same family. So the past timeline, Hassan is writing letters to his deceased wife. He has since remarried, but he starts all of the letters to his late wife as my beloved. So, like, his late wife is the only woman that he has loved. He doesn't really love his new wife. He kind of talks a lot of shit about her, to be perfectly honest, which I didn't really appreciate, but the story follows Hassan in Uganda in the 1950s, 1960s, and that whole timeline. And then the present day one is Samir, and Samir is a lawyer who works in London, and his family is from Leicester, which is quite near to where I'm from, actually. And there's a tragedy that happens, and it kind of opens his eyes to a a lot of the racism that still occurs in present day in England and how he manages to navigate that as a Muslim man. It's really fascinating, and I just had a quick flick through this book and all of the resources and everything that are just at the back of the book. You've got like journals, you've got non-fiction, memoirs, fiction books, archives. So the research that she's put into this is just next level. I don't know how I feel about this yet. Multi-generational stories are not usually my thing, but I'm trying to withhold judgment until I get a little bit further in. But it's not got me yet. But again, I'm only like 95 pages in, so I don't know whether or not I'm going to continue this, or continue Chase Me, or I'm going to pick up something new. I genuinely have no fucking idea. Look at my mug. Look at all the fucking lipstick that is on this mug. It is excessive. It's kind of annoying me, if I'm perfectly honest, but like, I like the black lipstick, so the mug will suffer. I just wanted to update because, well, I read some more, and I look cute. So, cheers. So, since I last updated you, I finished both of these books. This one I'm giving a 2.5, I think. I just couldn't get behind the insta-love of this. Like, it was just painful. Honestly, sometimes insta-love can work, but it's so fucking rare that it does. And I don't think I'm ever going to give a Tessa Bailey book 1 star, but they're not winning for me lately. So I kind of feel like I need to go on a break from this author for a while. I do have 6 books from her still on my TBR that I need to read. But since the last few were kind of a flop, I'm hesitant to pick up any more. I mean, it was fine. It didn't blow me away, didn't do anything. I was kind of annoyed. But it's definitely readable, and I definitely recommend Tessa Bailey, especially to people that are first getting into reading. I also finished We Are All Birds of Uganda by Hafsa Zayan, and like I said, this was a multi-generational story, and that's not usually my thing. It was fascinating to learn about all the history of the politics in Uganda, especially in the time period that it's talking about, like the 60s kind of time. But it just didn't really get me. There's a lot of talk of racism in this book as well, and it even comes with a little bit of the vibes of, well, it doesn't affect me, so it doesn't exist. I'm like, motherfucker, you rich? No shit. People are gonna treat you differently than they treat the regular everyday folk. It was good and it was interesting, but it's just not giving me what I want. And I am getting annoyed now, because that is 3 books in this video that still are just not giving me what I want. It's like, I want something that's going to make me laugh, or something that's going to have me like kicking my feet, or I don't care, sobbing into my tea, just something that's going to make me feel something, because the seasonal depression is absolutely trying to fucking kick my ass and I'm not about it. Also, I have a crick in my neck because I've spent the entire day doing my reading journal, and now I am stiff as a fucking board. So I'm probably going to do some yoga, and I will let you know what I pick up next. Hopefully the next one's a winner, because I'm losing the will. So I decided I was going to pick up The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. And I tell you something, by Jove, I think we are on to a winner. I am about halfway through this, and I just fucking love it. I love it. This is exactly what I was fucking looking for. The mutual pining, the tension in this is just, delectable. I fucking love it. I want to say it's chef's kiss, but but I feel like that's a little too on the nose considering that the main character, Aiden, he is a chef. This is obviously a nanny single dad romance, and she works out that he was her top subscriber when she had OnlyFans, but because when she was doing that she had like a mask on and a wig on, he has no idea who she is. So I like that it worked out that way, that she worked it out before he did, because I think if he'd worked it out first it would have come across as a little creepy. But because she worked it out first and she's there like, I don't know how to bring this up with my boss that I'm desperately attracted to, but like obviously she doesn't want to do anything about it, but she loves Sophie as well. Like, she doesn't want to lose her job because one, she needs the job, but two, she's also grown really close with the kid that she's nannying for. I love kids in books. I am very much of the minority opinion here, but little Sophie, I think she's great. I also love how awkward Aiden is. Like, I love that he doesn't realise how incredibly fucking hot he is. Because if that was the female main character that was like that, I'm like, ugh, it's giving not like other girls. It's giving the patriarchy did a number on you, didn't they, sweetheart? But because it's him that doesn't realise how hot he is, it's really endearing. But he also has like a really filthy mouth, and I really appreciate that about him. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it at the minute. I'm on page 230. It's giving. I think this might actually be a 5-star. I don't want to speak too soon because I still have half of the book left, but I think this is it. This is the one that I was looking for. But the mutual pining just absolutely fucking sent me, and I'm loving this. I don't think I'm going to finish it in January because it's technically the 31st today. And I could finish this today, but I also have like 1,000,001 things to do, and it's like 1 in the morning, so I will have to sleep at some point. So if you don't see this in my January wrap up, that would be because I finished it in February, because I have things to do tomorrow and I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it between now and then. But also, all I want to do is read this. I'll check back in with you once I finish this. Hopefully this will be my last book of the video, but I have this much left, so we will see. So I'm gonna do this clip while I'm straightening my hair. I'm drinking a cup of tea. So I finished The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. I'm just gonna pop that down on the bed here, but oh my god, 5 fucking stars, I swear to god. The way that this is just so sweet. It was like, I want to call it slow burn, even though it's not really, because they still like actually get together around the halfway mark, which is pretty standard for traditionally published romances. But because of the mutual pining, it felt very slow burn. I also love that Lana, which is Sophie's aunt, wasn't just automatically the villain. Cassie showed like such compassion for her and like what she was going through, and she'd already lost her sister, so she was really scared and really worried about losing Sophie as well. And the way that like Cassie was just so compassionate with her and like was actively trying to include her in things, it was so sweet and so lovely. I loved this entire family. It never felt like taboo, even though he is technically her boss. It was so sweet and wholesome, and I loved it. Which, considering how much smut there was in this, calling it wholesome, but like it was exactly the kind of thing that's like right up my alley. I'm definitely so looking forward to picking up The Fake Mate by this author as well. I'm currently putting myself on a little bit of a book buying ban, unless it's for Paris, because my bank balance is hating me currently. But I am very happy that we have finally gotten out of the reading slump and we have made it to the other side, and all the books that I'm currently reading, which you will see in my next reading vlog, I am also currently really loving. So I am so happy to actually finally be closing out this vlog. I'm going to do it looking like this. So if you managed to get this far into the video, then leave the film camera emoji. I don't know why I did this charades thing, but leave the film camera emoji for OnlyFans for The Nanny, because this is so fucking good. I am so happy. I finally made it out my reading slump. Yes. So thank you so much for stopping by. It has been lovely having you here, and I hope to see you in another video coming very soon. Bye.